Here's how I built my content agency to $200,000 a month, and I'm gonna show you exactly how I would do it again if I were you. And I've used this very blueprint to repeatedly grow other video agencies from $30,000 a month to over $100,000 per month while removing founders from the day-to-day of operations. So when I was first starting my agency, I was the guy who was doing everything. I was grinding, I was working in the business. This is literally a picture of my first quote unquote office. I would be here from 4 a.m. to 8 p.m. grind. And the problem was that I literally ran out of hours in my day that I was actually capable of working with people until I made the shift of, okay, I need to make some changes. I want to actually grow a business. I don't want to be an employee of multiple companies. We started to follow this, literally the same roadmap that I'm about to lay out to you. It allowed us to get a really cool studio, serve a lot of clients. We had retainers coming in every single month, which allowed us to grow our business to over $200,000 per month. First things first is we need to focus on our offers. We want to focus on a irresistible offer and a retainer-based offer. A lot of people will say yes to everything. They become a generalist. And the difference between like a specialist and generalist, specialists, like we are solving specific pain points. We have magnetic messaging that's actually going to draw our customers in, and it allows us to demand the higher price points. And we as an agency can have a repeatable process that becomes scalable. And at the end of the day, which is why we're in business, hopefully, is to actually help people solve their problems. So the first thing that we want to determine is the who. And in this case, I'm just going to go ahead and let's just do real estate agents just for speed, expertise. We're going to do video retainers, and that will be the main thing. So we want to define who is it that we're able to help and what is the expertise that we're going to be able to offer them. So video retainers / content / social media. Then as we're starting, we need to figure out what is our name, and we just need to create a quick brand from it. So I'm just going to go to ChatGPT. I'm going to say, I'm a video agency that serves real estate agents. We do video and social media and content. Give me 5 options for a cool modern name. I'm just going to do Elevate Media. Let's go ahead and use ChatGPT's option of Elevate Media. I'm just going to remove the home from it. And now what we need to do is just create a quick little logo for it. Let's just go back and then use ChatGPT for this as well. And there is our logo. Now what we need to do is focus on the problem that we're going to be solving for the customers. We just need to figure out is what is the pain point that our customers are facing and what is the desired outcome that they want. And we just need to create the solution, which is going to be our offer. For example, pain points of these real estate agents are not getting deals from social, not becoming more known in the area, bad quality branding, no one knows who you are. It takes a bunch of time. So we need to figure out what is their desired outcome. Get deals from social, become most known in area, have a high perceived value from social, not waste time figuring it out on their own. So once we have the pain and the outcome, all we need to do is we just need to come up with what is the process for getting our clients from where they are to where they want to go. For an example, I'm gonna do strategy call, shooting content, editing content, posting content. And this is where a lot of people stop. What we need to think about is we need to think what's actually going to get our clients from the pain to the outcome. Is this really going to get them from where they are to where they want to go? The likely answer is no. What else do you think would help get them to the result? Maybe something like DM training, social funnel, and come up with a way that we can use Instagram, maybe like the ad platform to create a funnel using their social media. Maybe it's some like engagement strategies. Maybe we'll even do like IG story training, because that's not something that you can do, but you can certainly teach them how to do IG stories and how to get the most out of the platform. If you can be a strategist and you can teach them elements of your offer that they can do to help increase the likelihood of them getting a result, that's how we want to be viewed by our clients, is that they trust us and they trust what we're teaching them is in fact going to get them to the outcome. We need to come up with actual offers from this. So there's 2 different tiers that we can go with. First one's going to be the monthly recurring, and then the creative partner model. Monthly recurring, this is going to be stuff, basically what we laid out, shooting content. This is going to be recurring. This is going to be done for you. And then the creative partner model is going to be more of the done with you model. And what I mean by this is if I scroll up and I look at this and I see the only thing that's really required of me to be in person is shooting the content, there's definitely ways around that so that you're not tied to shooting. What we can do is we can think, how do I not just reach the people in my 15-mile radius or 30-mile radius and start to extend my reach? That is where the creative partner model comes into play. So with that being said, what are the alternatives to shooting content? Could you do like a Riverside shoot? Could you do a virtual production? Could you do on-site coaching? Could you help get them set up with somebody to film for them? The answer is yes. You could still have a strategy call. You could still edit the videos. You could still post or teach them how to post. You could still train them on how to do DMs and hold them accountable to it. You could still run the social funnel for them or teach them how to run the social funnel. Same with the engagement, same with IG strategies. What the creative partner model allows us to do is it allows us to have scalable beyond geolocation. You can make the decision if you want to do the editing or if you want to do the strategy or if you just want to teach all of it. This is still like set up to be a recurring model, and it's also going to be the done with you. It's not necessarily you doing absolutely everything for the client. There's some elements that they need to be responsible that you can coach them on, and there's still the done with you stuff in the monthly recurring. And I like this because it's very profitable as well. And how we can basically do this is we can host trainings on like a school. We can give them a lot of like Notion resources that can train them how to do it. And then for the monthly recurring, like we'll still do the video shoot, we'll still do the posting, we'll still run the funnel, we'll still do coaching, editing, and then strategy. Who do we need on our team to fulfill it? That's going to be like a strategist, which is likely going to be the CEO. It's going to be a videographer. It's going to be an editor. It's going to be a social media manager, and then also a client success manager. So now what we need to do is we just need to price this bad boy out really quickly inside of Notion and make sure that we're pricing for profit, that we can set ourselves up for scale, and that we don't just get one person and we're assuming we're going to do all of the work, but we can start to itemize and start to productize what our offer looks like. So if we copy our deliverables into Notion, what we can see is we can just literally paste these in here, and we can just copy this over, assuming we don't have any there. Video shoot, let's just call it one time a month, and this is going to take 3 hours, and let's say we're going to pay somebody $50 an hour. Editing, let's just do 8 videos per month, and this is going to take 16 hours just to be safe. And we can find an editor in the Philippines and offshore for $12 an hour. Posting, this could take 3 hours. Similar situation of finding talent offshore. Funnel, this is going to take 2 hours. Coaching budget for 2 hours. Strategy / shoot plan 2 hours. Let's budget $50. And what this gives us is our cost of goods sold, which is how much it would cost you to fulfill if you budgeted this many hours and this much to hire somebody out. And if we multiply this by 3, this gives us around $2,000 per month for this offer with $1,300 in profit, which is not bad whatsoever. Then what we want to do is we need to focus solely on lead generation and closing deals. Problem that I see a lot with client acquisition is they're simply relying on word of mouth and referrals. And the problem with relying on the word of mouth and referrals is that it is unstable. It's unpredictable. It can go up, it can go down. We need to focus on creating predictable channels. And how we create that is using the authority funnel. The authority funnel essentially is a way to predictably create leads from social media, simultaneously building your brand, growing your influence, getting more ideal clients to your platform that you can then sell to. How we do this is essentially we have a ad that goes out that funnels them to our Instagram, and from the Instagram we're setting appointments from our Instagram to then close them on a call. This is important, especially if you're a video agency. Like, we need to be building our brand and we need to be creating content, and this is a way that's going to help amplify that. First things first is what we're going to do is we're going to be consistent on our social media. If we know our clients' pain points, all we need to do is speak to our pain points. So create content that's speaking to pain points of customers, showing you're human, showing your work. Now let's go to ChatGPT. Based on these client pain points, write me 5 catchy hook titles for videos that I can create on social media. From invisible to invisible, how to skyrocket your real estate presence on social media, the secrets to closing more sales through social media. So you can use ChatGPT to come up with ideas on the pain points of your customers. Showing you're human. People work with humans. What is the connection point that you can draw in your more ideal customers? And then showing your work, that means showing your portfolio, showing behind the scenes, but we need to be consistently creating content. And the easiest way that I say it is become a client of yourself. Now what we want to do is we want to start driving traffic to our Instagram. And who we want the traffic to come from is our ideal customers. So there's 2 types of ads that we're going to be creating. One is the carousel. The carousel ad, what we want to do is we want to have a good hook. We want to teach within 6 slides, and then we want to have a call to action. Okay, so that would be the example of like the hook on the carousel that people want to learn more of real estate agents who are calling out. From 2 to 6, we want to teach. So these could be points like stop posting low quality videos. Your customers are on social media. People work with who they trust. You need a social funnel. Then on the last slide, we would do a call to action, which would be something like DM me the word real to learn more. So that would be the carousel ad that we would then post on our social media page, and we would boost it to our ideal customers. The other thing that we want to do is we want to have a traffic ad. So a traffic ad is essentially a video that will drive traffic to our Instagram page. So Instagram these days is literally the modern day email list, and we can literally market to real estate agents, get them on our page. They're going to see the content that we're posting, and they're going to follow us because we're going to be consistently adding value to them on our social media pages, but we need to bring them in somehow. It's not going to be just from posting organic content. It's going to be from paying for traffic. We're going to create an ad that prompts people to follow us. So if you're a real estate agent struggling to get consistent deals on social media, become more known, and stay in front of your sphere on social media, give me a follow here on social, where I show realtors how they can turn their Instagram into a lead generating machine using our social funnel. So if that sounds like you, go ahead and give me a follow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to film these, post it, boost it, and start to get people to follow me. We're trying to get people to our page. And the third types of ads are going to be retargeting. We can actually use the people who recently followed us, who message us, who visit our profile, and we can hit them with ads. So these are very highly targeted bottom of the funnel ads. So real estate agents could be a lead magnet, could be a DM me the word type of deal. So we'll set up the retargeting ads that will also hit the people that are visiting your profile, following you, and messaging you from the ads that we're creating, which hopefully your ideal customers are seeing these ads. And what happens is you're going to get followers, you're going to get people opting in, and you're going to have a consistent and predictable way to get leads. We need to not just get these leads or get these followers, we need to set appointments. Once you get a follow, once you get an opt-in, what we need to make sure is we're having speed to reaching out to them. So what we want to do is we want to find the gap. Thanks for responding. Mind if I ask you a few questions on how it can help? And then that's when we qualify them. How long have you been in business? Like, what are your goals? Like, how much business are you doing? Then we want to sell the call. Awesome. Like, would it be helpful if we jumped on a call to map out how we can help you get more business using our video system, our social funnel, and come up with a game plan for you? And that's really the process. But it doesn't stop there, because getting the lead is one thing, getting the appointment is one thing, but actually closing the deal is the other thing. So we need to have a sales process that's going to increase the trust for our clients. From a sales call perspective, there's really three parts to the sales call. We have the pre-call, the call, and the post-call. So the pre-call, we want to make sure we have a CRM, and we want to make sure we have appointment reminders going out. We want to make sure we have a training that we're sending them, which is like a video sales letter, before they jump on a call, so they know what they're getting into before they actually jump on a call with us. Then the call, we need to actually follow a framework. So we can't just jump on a call, ask them a bunch of questions, and then just show our offer. We need to make them very problem aware. We need to set the structure. We need to have authority in those calls. We need to have a sales framework that we're following to a T, which we have. And then the fortune is always going to be in the follow-up. I would have a really good follow-up system, following up every 24 hours, have a really good nurture sequence in place. So when we have a lead and they don't close on that call, we need to have follow-up processes in place. Otherwise, we're going to lose them. That is the sales process and how we can optimize for client acquisition and start getting deals. So after we have the client acquisition dialed in, the authority funnel, we need to focus on systems and processes. What we need to do as agency owners is we need to get everything in our head. We need to document it and process. So if you remember, we have the pain to the outcome, and we have the steps that got our clients from the pain to the outcome, which is the process. We just need to reverse engineer the steps to getting our clients from the pain to the outcome. A really simple way to do that is using a tool like Notion, having the drop downs, and developing your process based off of the different steps within the offer. And we have a repeatable process that we can then execute and have somebody else execute. If we don't have a process in place, then we're never going to be able to hire somebody to follow the system. Now what we need to do is we need to find people to work the systems. And what we need to do is we need to zoom out a little bit, and you need to look at how you're using your time, and you need to think to yourself, what can I delegate? What can I get off of my plate? And because we priced accordingly, we have budget to go hire people based off of our offer. We want to run the talent acquisition funnel. We want to market our job posting, because the more that we can market, the more candidates that we can get. And the more candidates we have, the more that we can pick and choose the A players who are actually going to crush in the role. But the work starts with the job description. When it comes to talent acquisition, there's really 6 things that we do. We have the job description, job posting, intake form, we interview, test work, and 30-day trial. So let's go to the example of hiring a video editor. So we need a job description. We need to indicate the role, so video editor. We need to indicate what the responsibilities are. And we need to indicate expectations. So role, editing videos, keeping the project management board up to date, and let's call it innovation and creativity. And the responsibilities of video editing are edit the videos that are assigned to you. And then we have the next layer, which is smart expectations, which are specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-based. If you're coming into a business as a video editor, you want to know what the definition of good is, because you want to actually thrive in that role. And what you need to do as an owner is you need to define what the expectation of good is. And that is where these smart expectations come into play. And the more expectations that you can set when you're hiring somebody, the more that you will set them up for success. So we need to be really, really clear on our smart expectations expectations. We have a template that you can use literally like this. And the beautiful part is we can literally use ChatGPT to help write our job description. So I'm gonna go ahead and copy a prompt into ChatGPT that's going to say, use the format below when building out the job description, which includes the roles, responsibilities, smart expectations. Then I'm gonna scroll down to the actual job position. Role number 1, editing short form videos. Role number 2, keeping project management up to date. Role number 3, keeping up with social media trends. Expectations, edit should take 2 hours. Each edit will be delivered on time. Revision will be prioritized in 24 hours. You'll send an EOD form once you're done. Like, instead of sitting there writing, we can just kind of brain dump what the expectations are of the role, and then we can make that really clear so that when you're hiring a video editor, they know what the expectations are and they know what actually good means. So delivering high quality short form videos, each edit should not exceed 2 hours. Edits and revisions will be prioritized. Contribute to at least 5 video projects weekly. Daily submission of EOD form. Maintain up-to-date, accurate record of all the video projects. So this becomes our job description that we then give to a video editor that we can have a video editor go off of, but also for us to make sure that we're doing everything that we can do to set this person up for success. So once we have the job description, we want to actually post the job. So from a posting perspective, typically what we'll do is we'll post it on Indeed, onlinejobs.ph, Upwork, basically anywhere and everywhere. But we don't want to be the guys just sifting through resumes and going through like resumes all day. We want to actually drive them to a form. So we call this intake form. At the bottom of the job posting, what we're doing is we're saying, to be considered for this position, fill out this form. And the form consists of detailed questions of their experience, what they've done in the past, are they a fit, what kind of videos have they done, drop their portfolio, how much do they cost. So this allows you to just go through the form submissions, and it's pretty simple for you to do. And it gives you, again, all the information that you need to be considering somebody to actually interview. When we do the interview, this is more of like the culture fit, like, are you comfortable with the full-time commitment? What were you strong at your positions? Kind of like more of like the high level overview, but we're picking and choosing the people to interview from the form, not from sifting through resumes. So we should have a lot of information already there. But the first interview is going to be more of like the culture vibe, asking like high level questions, their character, competency, capacity, all that good stuff. Here's a list of questions that you can literally take, and we'll want to score them based off of the answers. So we have a scorecard down below where you can actually score the candidate based off how you feel from them. Then what we want to do, especially for like a video editor, is we want to do test work. This is something that can be paid, or it's something that they are willing to do. So what we do is we literally send them an email that says, thanks for your interest in working with us. After reviewing your portfolio and talking to you, we'd love to move along to the next phase of our hiring process, which is test work. Please click here for a page detailing the instructions. Please send it back by date for consideration for the next step. Look forward to seeing what you come up with. So what we do is we literally we will send the editors a raw video and then the actual edited video. And what we'll have them do is we'll have them edit the raw video as close as possible to the edited video. And then we'll give them instructions on like where to drop it, like due dates, like how long it should take, time frames, all that sort of stuff. And we want to make sure and tell them what we're actually looking for. And we want to make sure that they're following the instructions. And once we get the test work, the time that it took, we get the video that they actually made, that allows us to make a really solid decision from that. And I love this quote by Jocko, but there are no bad teams, only bad leaders. So I said this earlier, your job is a chief expectation officer. The other thing is going to be a chief tool provider. The way that somebody that you hire from a talent acquisition perspective is going to thrive and crush it is going to be 100% dependent on you setting them up for success. And the more that we can do better at setting expectations and provide tools for people to actually meet those expectations, then they're going to thrive, they're going to crush, they're going to be pumped, they're going to feel really good, and they're going to want to work for you and enjoy working for you. And honestly, this is pretty close to the exact same system that we implement for agencies wanting to scale past that $30,000 per month mark. And yes, you could totally figure out everything that I just laid out to you on your own, but the amount of time that it would take and the number of mistakes that you'd stumble upon would just make it difficult to find success. So if you want to shortcut your way to growing your agency, you want copy and paste standard operating procedures, you want a full agency operating system, you want my coaching one-to-one for your agency, go ahead and click the link down below to learn more. Thanks so much for watching, guys. We'll see you on the next one. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe.